You're watching News 4 at 5 in high definition.
A Reno jury has reached a verdict for a mother accused of threatening a Washoe County school principal. We'll tell you what they decided.
Plus, Superintendent Pedro Martinez gets his first evaluation today.
But there's a lot of things to fix. And at the same time, we don't have a lot of resources.
How did the public grade him? We'll have a live report. Plus,
Sweetheart, what's your name? Destiny.
And a young girl has beat the odds by overcoming not one but two major illnesses, and now the Make-A-Wish Foundation is helping her dreams come true. News 4 at 5 starts now.
And good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Shelby Sheehan.
And I'm Elias Johnson. Joe Hart on assignment tonight, live at the Justice Court with a trial for one mother accused of threatening to have her husband beat up a Washoe County School District principal. It's just wrapped up.
And this is a case that we've been following since October of last year. Joe Hart is live at the courthouse. Joe, a quick verdict and sentencing.
Just happened a few minutes ago this afternoon, Shelby. Valerie Borkin-Brown clearly upset. As she left the courthouse here, she was convicted of 2 counts, misdemeanor counts, harassment and disturbing the peace at school after that altercation with the principal at Double Diamond Elementary School over her child's special needs education. Now, Borkin-Brown claimed the school was ignoring her child's special needs curriculum, but she was convicted after telling the school staff that she was going to have her husband come back and kick the principal's ass that day. That is a quote that was recited in court this afternoon. Now, Borkin-Brown sentenced to anger management for her actions. Interestingly, though, her husband Chris had to be restrained by bailiffs this afternoon after a confrontation with our camera right outside the courtroom where the trial happened.
How you doing?
How are you?
How's it going? Good to see you.
Good.
That is awesome. I'm thrilled that you guys are here.
Can't touch the camera.
Oh, okay. Well, stay right here. Hey, back up. Back up. Excuse me. I didn't touch him.
You touched the camera.
Back up. The camera touched me. You turned it and touched my wrist.
Chris, he's a good bailiff. Listen to him.
Joe, you're a hack journalist right now. This is horrible. She's crying. Leave her alone.
I'm standing here.
Leave her alone.
She could say, Chris, just leave her in there. Just come on. Chris, just leave her in there.
Then she can come on. No, they're kicking us out.
And just for the record, we were in an area where we were approved to be filming in the hallways of the courthouse there. A lot of frustration all the way around on this case, and obviously some of that frustration spilling over after the trial ended this afternoon. Big question, perhaps, what happens to the principal, Kent Valier, at Double Diamond Elementary? He was placed on administrative leave after this incident. Now with Valerie Borkin-Brown convicted on 2 counts, we'll have to wait and see if his status changed and if he does return to school. I'm Joe Hart reporting live from the downtown courthouse tonight. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks so much, Joe.
and quite the eventful day.
Emotional, I'm sure.
Well, many of us were caught off guard yesterday by the high winds and floods.
You especially. You didn't have the proper rain gear on reporting last night. Well, Chief Meteorologist Brandon Woolley joins us now with the first check on our forecast. Much better day out there today.
That's right, Elias and Shelby, much calmer. But yesterday, look at this in Spanish Springs. We got this picture today from Michelle of the hailstorm, and it actually kind of looks like an ice jam there in the cul-de-sac. All right, so pushing forward here, out of the southwest now in Carson City in terms of the wind, up to 14, 22 in Fallon, and 20 in Lovelock, but much more wind on the way for tomorrow. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms around Austin and Eureka this afternoon, but those should taper off of the radar screen for this evening. From the National Weather Service in Reno, we have this red flag warning in effect starting at 2 in the afternoon, going through 8 o'clock at night, gusts up to around 40, and the relative humidity between 5 and 15%, because low pressure is going in throughout the Pacific Northwest, and we have high pressure out towards the east, so creating a very tight pressure gradient tomorrow, causing those winds to be even stronger. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Brandon. Well, we now know the name of the man who was killed in a 27-vehicle pileup last night. Troopers say 51-year-old Ravi Dyer of Chicago was killed when his commercial truck rear-ended another commercial truck about 5 o'clock on Interstate 80 near Winnemucca. And these are pictures sent in from one of our viewers. Nevada Highway Patrol is reporting that a dust storm swept the area, causing zero visibility, which led to those crashes. Investigators say the sandstorm might have come from high winds whipping up soil in recently cleared fields. The scene was not completely cleared up until about 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Reno police looking for a man who they say may be in danger. Officers say 84-year-old John Richard Donahoe, also known as Jack, walked away from Reno Valley Retirement on Beach Street Monday. He never came back. Donahoe suffers from Alzheimer's and needs medication for muscle relaxers, things of that nature. He's about 5 foot 9 inches, 150 pounds. He has blue eyes and is missing the tooth in his the front part of his mouth there. If you've got any information or if you've seen Mr. Donahoe, please call Reno Police, the number 334-2444. Meanwhile, a psychiatric hospital in Las Vegas being investigated for patient dumping is now being sued. From the beginning, we were told lawsuits loomed, and now the American Civil Liberties Union has announced it is filing a class action lawsuit against the state of Nevada and the Ross and Neal Psychiatric Hospital. The suit claims the state sent 1,500 patients out of state to cities where those patients had no family, no friends, and no plan for follow-up that was arranged. And with travel season right around the corner, there's some good news for Nevadans. So far, gas prices this holiday, holding steady with the state's gas price averaging about $3.60 a gallon. According to AAA, gas in the Reno area ranges around $3.80, while in Vegas, drivers are paying about $3.45 a gallon. A spokesperson with the company says gas price is expected to remain the same through June.
Graduation has passed for most schools here in Washoe County, so it's time to see if School District Superintendent Pedro Martinez is making the grades in his first year on the job. News 4's Ashley Cullins is live at the district where the school board is giving him his very first review. Ashley.
Shelby, there is a little bit of excitement tonight. Not everybody is happy with the way Pedro Martinez has been running the district. There's actually a parent, I'm not sure if you can see him here behind me, who is unhappy with the way the district has been treating his 15-year-old disabled daughter. He came to the meeting tonight to express his concerns, but there has been a prior trespass order filed against him, so he is not supposed to be in the building. It looks like he is inside right now talking to school police officers. He is being escorted off the property right now as we speak. He says that his wife is inside and will be bringing his concerns to the school board during Pedro Martinez's review. Earlier today, we did sit down with Pedro Martinez and talk about his first year on the job, and actually he says students with disabilities and students who are facing challenges of their own will be one of his biggest challenges moving forward with this district.
We still have a ways to go. I'm very proud about graduation, but for me, I'm very concerned about the fact that we still have too many of our children that are English language learners, that are high poverty, or that have disabilities that are not doing well. And that's where the work is at.
We'll be headed inside the Board of Trustees meeting. We'll let you know what pans out with this parent's complaint and Pedro's evaluation coming up on News 4 at 6. Live from the Washoe County School District Administration Building, Ashley Cullins, News 4, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Great job. Well, new at 5, the Make-A-Wish Foundation grants a wish on average every 38 minutes. Today, a local 6-year-old's wish came true. News 4's Samantha Boatman joins us live in studio with more on a special girl. Sam?
Good evening, Elias, and she is a sweetheart. The Make-A-Wish Foundation grants wishes to children with life-threatening medical conditions. Parents and volunteers say sometimes the positive impact of these wishes can be a potential turning point for a child with a life-threatening condition. Tonight, you'll meet a little girl who can't wait to be treated like a princess. It's a story you'll only see here on News 4. Meet 6-year-old
Destiny.
And today, she's
going to Disney World.
Destiny's wish of a lifetime was granted, all thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The past 4 years haven't been easy on the Dumar family. When Destiny was 2, she had a liver transplant, and just last year she was diagnosed with cancer lymphoma.
She's doing great now. Everything's been working good.
Her father says her recovery is a blessing, and now their bags are packed, and as a family, they're headed to Orlando.
The family has been really looking forward to this trip because it'll, take a lot of pressure off of all of the treatments and everything that she's had to go through.
Destiny's wish took about 6 months to plan. It started with the Dumar family getting dropped off at the airport in a limo. What was it like riding in that limo?
It was like amazing.
They will land in Orlando tonight and spend the next 7 days at Disney World, doing everything the park has to offer.
Typically when we send a family out to Disney World, they stay at Give Kids the World, which is a wonderful facility that's dedicated just to Wish families.
Destiny says she's looking forward to seeing all of the princesses the most. Before takeoff, she got to meet the pilot of the plane. He showed her all of the controls.
It's a trip in a lifetime, so thank you to Make-A-Wish. That's it.
And it's actually her brother's 11th birthday tomorrow as well. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is able to grant these wishes by donations from individuals and companies like Southwest Airlines.
What I'm personally interested in is solving a problem that's hurting America.
While many senators willing to let the immigration reform face a debate, they're warning that doesn't mean they're ready to pass it.
Plus, chaos overtakes Istanbul as protesters rebel against police, forcing them to take what some might call extreme security measures. We'll have the latest on the Turkish riots.
But first, here's a look at today's numbers from Wall Street. Stay with us. News 4 at 5. Coming right back.